This upcoming weekend, the WWE is presenting its Bash in Berlin PLE, another major event taking place in professional wrestling in a 2-week span. Of course, my name is Jose Ramos Jr. Thank you guys for joining me in today's predictions videos. We're going to go by one each match that's currently scheduled on the card and predicting who we think will emerge victorious. But before we begin the prediction video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with all the pro wrestling content that is produced on this channel. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the very first matchup. We're going to go the WWE Champion Cody Rhodes defending his title against Kevin Owens. A story that is really based on respect. It's a common theme going through Cody Rhodes' current title reign, that respect is a main virtue that he values. We saw that it was in the AJ Styles feud. There was a little hint of it with Logan Paul. Solo Sikoa was the one where it kind of deviated and it became more focused on the bloodline versus Cody Rhodes. But now we have Kevin Owens lined up for a championship opportunity because he was selected by Cody Rhodes. He believes that Kevin Owens is worthy of this title shot, and Kevin Owens, although initially wasn't really a fan of it, he didn't feel like he earned it. It is a match that is scheduled, and we've had little hints that Kevin Owens could be going back to the old Kevin Owens, the one that we saw betray the likes of Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, Chris Jericho, and I think we won't necessarily get a full heel turn here. I think we're going to get an aggressive matchup between the two. If I had to put my money on a Kevin Owens heel turn, I think it will happen in this feud. I don't think it'll happen at the event itself. I think we're going to see little bits of the prize fighter, the more aggressive side of Kevin Owens that we're used to in recent years. And I'm inclined to believe that Cody Rhodes will successfully defend the championship here. I can't see the title ending against Kevin Owens. No disrespect or love lost towards KO. But I'm going to go ahead and trust that Cody Rhodes' title reign will continue on. The one man that I look at who is a potential challenger to dethrone Cody Rhodes as the champion certainly is Randy Orton. And with that being said, we're going to go ahead and slide into the next championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, where Randy Orton will be challenging the champion, Gunther, the ring general, the king general, if you will. This matchup, I'm thinking, will main event, not only because it's for the World Heavyweight title, because it has Randy Orton potentially trying to go for number 15 in terms of his title reigns, but also because of the location. I'm thinking it's going to be very much pro Gunther in this crowd. We're going to have a lot of people supporting Randy Orton, but I think we're really going to have a big fight feel, a big fight atmosphere when it comes to Randy versus Gunther. We saw a great matchup at the King and Queen of the Ring event, and now we're getting the run back. We're getting the rematch. We're getting part 2. And just like part 1 ended, I think we're going to get a conclusive victory for Gunther. He's just won the world title at SummerSlam. I think we're due for a long title reign with Gunther. We just saw one with the Intercontinental Championship, so I'm more inclined to believe that the same will be the case for the World Heavyweight Championship. Gunther will defeat Randy Orton. I don't think Randy Orton gets number 15 just yet. I do think, though, down the line, he should be the one, or at least should be in consideration, to be the one to dethrone Cody Rhodes. Whether that's at the Royal Rumble, WrestleMania 41, who knows? But I'm going to rock with Gunther to successfully defend his championship. And you want to talk about championships? Let's stick with championships here. We have the women's tag team champions, Alba Fyre and Isla, defending their titles against the former champions, the two women that they had defeated way back when, Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill. This is a match that was recently added to the card, and I have to say, it's probably the one match where I'm kind of iffy on, right? We previously have, discussed the World Championship and the WWE title. Those two championships I do not see changing hands, but very rarely do we see a card where no titles change hands. Has it happened? Sure, it's happened in the past, but I don't think it happens at this event. I'm looking for Jade and Bianca to regain the tag team titles, carry on their reign as the champions, and eventually when we get to the next time they drop the titles, and probably the final time they'll drop the titles, that'll probably lead into maybe a feud between the two women. Whether it's out of respect or a possible heel turn, That has yet to be seen. But I look at the victory that Alba Fyre and Isla Dawn earned at Clash at the Castle as really as an opportunity to capitalize on the crowd, capitalize on the moment. We gave them a short title reign a couple months in. Now we're gonna go back. I think Jade and Bianca win the tag titles. And speaking of tag teams, we have a mixed tag match, very high profile tag team match. One of the bigger stories in the WWE over the course of this year, of course, is the implosion of the Judgment Day. We have the Judgment Days, Dominik Mysterio and the Women's World Champion Liv Morgan taking on the Terror Twins, Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. This is a matchup again, very high profile. Interesting to see what's going to be in the progression of the story. We saw Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio finally making it official at SummerSlam. Rhea Ripley suffers her first pinfall loss in 800 days to the same woman who defeated her the last time in 2022, Liv Morgan. This feud itself is just getting started. I cannot envision having the baby faces go over this early, because I'm of the mindset, you have the baby faces go over, it kind of settles the score. It kind of settles the story. What more do we have to fight for? We haven't seen a lot of action in terms of hinting of the Judgment Day, losing steam. I think this is them trying to rebuild this group as a literal threat. I do think Finn Balor and Damian Priest is the main money feud when it comes to the Judgment Day. That's the big fight feel, which is why I'm led to believe that this mixed tag match will result in a victory for Dominik and Liv Morgan via some kind of interference or distraction by Finn, Carlito, and JD in some manner. I can't see them giving the victory to the babyfaces just yet, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to rock with Dominik and Liv Morgan, setting up another matchup between Morgan and Ripley, and probably a matchup between Balor and Damian Priest, maybe at Bad Blood. And you want to talk about Bad Blood. This video here is, we're really moving through the card because it's just transition after transition. And we talk about Bad Blood. The storyline that really is centered around Bad Blood and could possibly main event the show itself has to be CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. A story that has been told over the course of 10 months. We saw CM Punk return at Survivor Series, and that set in motion for the grand story that has been him versus McIntyre. McIntyre finally able to get his hands on CM Punk and soundly defeat him at SummerSlam. Of course, Seth Rollins was the special guest referee, as you all remember. But now we're going to get a one-on-one contest where Drew can't necessarily avoid Punk. Punk now is going to be strapped by the wrists with Drew McIntyre in a strap match. Now, if you've kept up with the channel and the videos, you would know my feelings towards this stipulation is 50-50. I like the idea of having a strap match. The only complaint that I've had is that we're implementing that rule where you have to go around the ring and touch each corner. I think that takes away from it. But regardless, I'm trusting two professionals like CM Punk and Drew McIntyre to have an outstanding matchup that's not only based on athleticism, but the storytelling that these two have been telling has been second to none. This is a match it's probably going to be in the middle of the card. If I had to predict, the actual, card setup, it would probably be the WWE title, followed by the tag titles, the strap match, the mixed tag, and then we're going to main event with Gunther versus Randy Orton. But to stick with this matchup, CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre, like I mentioned, Drew McIntyre got the victory at SummerSlam. Punk is going to get the victory here in the strap match. And honestly, I think he's probably going to regain, ownership of that bracelet that bears the name of Larry and AJ Lee. CM Punk takes this victory. And like I said, we're moving past and we're going to Bad Blood for the rubber match. Part 3, Punk versus McIntyre. This is a card I'm looking forward to. I'm hoping you all are looking forward to it as much as I am. If you enjoyed this predictions video, please consider giving the video a like. Comment down below your favorite matchup or the match that you're anticipating the most, as well as your predictions for each matchup. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all the pro wrestling content that is produced on this channel. And with that being said, see you guys next time.